What's up, FTCs? We're going to start another little segment called Prediction Bingo for all the PLEs coming up.
And what that means for the FTCs is we will be creating new bingo cards for every PLE so you guys can play too.
BINGO. Let's go.
What's up, FTCs? Back like we never left.
And guys, if you haven't heard the big news, I made my in-ring debut at AWL Homecoming against ADT. Go check it out if you haven't already, and make sure to follow all the socials. Things are only going to get bigger and better.
That's all Alliance Wrestling right there. That's Alliance Wrestling League. Go look it up on YouTube and Instagram and follow them, subscribe, hit that like. Go watch Devin Steele's first match, and also your boy Royce the Kid Michaels debuted as referee. Smackdown results March 7th.
Starting off the show, we've got Randy Orton coming just to give us a little piece of what he's thinking.
Randy Orton and CM Punk here lately, and I know Randy Orton just got back, but them two are gonna carry this WrestleMania road because they are heating up on that stick.
These are the next two guys after Cody to face Cena, I think.
And I'm down for it, bro. Like, Randy Orton was laying that fire down. Like, he called everybody out.
And he especially put Kevin Owens down. So it does seem like we're going to get the WrestleMania match.
But then in the first match, the WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton versus Piper Niven in a non-title match. And something just was weird about this match to me. You know, it was like, I don't think Piper Niven even wanted this match.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the way Piper Niven's being utilized right now. She's fine being with Chelsea Green, but she's kind of being used for comedic relief. And I'm not really a fan of it. I love Tiffany Stratton as much as everybody else, but this match could have been a lot better.
And then after Tiffany Stratton picks up the W, Charlotte Flair comes out and cheap shots her and then puts her in the figure eight. Like, what'd you think about that, Devin?
I was surprised she busted out the figure eight, to be honest. I never thought I was going to see that again.
Yeah, me neither, bro. Because like me and you talked about that off the podcast. We were like, I don't see her doing that move anymore since she hurt her leg. But she surprised us. She did it.
Pretty Deadly defeats Motor City Machine Guns and Los Garza in a tag team triple threat match to become the #1 contenders for the WWE tag team titles.
And along with that, the Street Profits are literally in line for a tag title match. So that means whoever wins between DIY and Street Profits will face Pretty Deadly. And I mean, that's the typical tag team way they do it, right? It's like they just have a bunch of matches and then they're like, all right, this guy's the #1 contender, and if they beat them, then y'all can face them. You know, like, that's usually how it goes anyway.
Yeah.
But the match itself was actually pretty decent. Like, I liked it.
Good enough entertainment. I'd like to see the Street Profits win in their upcoming match. I don't believe that's going to be the case, though. I think we'll probably see Pretty Deadly and DIY.
Yeah, probably. That's probably what it's going to end up being. Because DIY was like backstage, like, oh yeah, we promised you a title match, and then they never gave it to them. So it's kind of like the only ones that actually got done. Yeah, they actually got done wrong by DIY type stuff, but I don't know. Anyway, next up, we got one of the crappiest segments I've probably seen all year. Naomi admits to beating up Jade Cargill, and she's out there with a bedazzled neck brace, and she's like screaming and crying, and like Bianca Belair's screaming and crying, and I'm like, dude, what is going on? Yeah, like what's going on? Like, obviously, like before it even happened, we knew that Jade Cargill was coming out. You know what I mean? Like, You usually all we were doing was waiting for them to get done screaming.
Yeah. Just a lot of crying and like, yeah, I admit it was me.
And I wanted it to be me and you the whole time.
Yeah, Naomi was kind of on some Rikishi stuff, talking about I did it for you.
Yeah, I did it for you. What do you mean you did it for me? So then she called Bianca Belair the B word, and then Jade Cargill comes out and she beats her up. So that's probably gonna be what we see.
That's
for
just
next
the
little
way it goes.
bit. But then next up, we have Braun Strowman versus Solo Sikoa, and it's gonna end how it ends. It's gonna end in no contest. So everybody in the new bloodline comes out, and like Tama Tonga gets the no contest, and then Jacob Fatu comes out. We need to talk about this for a second, bro. Like I love Jacob Fatu.
What was wrong with Jacob?
I don't know, man. It kind of surprised me. Like I don't know if he was just having a bad day or an off day or something, but like, man, dude, like I love Jacob. I hate to see people like that like have like bad nights or something. Like if he wasn't feeling it, they should have just not sent him out there.
Yeah, dude, he botched like 5 times in a row. If anybody knows what was up, or if like maybe like you said he was just having a bad day, let us know.
Yeah, please comment down below because like we only want to see Jacob Fatu do phenomenal in the WWE. So
That's the first time we've ever seen like back-to-back mistakes and like panic from him.
yeah, for sure.
Up next, we have the Women's United States Champion Chelsea Green versus Michin in a street fight.
So like this whole time, Chelsea Green's been telling Popper Niven like, "Hey, we need to get more security intel and whatever." You know what I mean? So then, like at the end of the match, we think Michin's gonna beat Chelsea Green and become the new Women's United States Champion. But then Alba Fire shows up, and it being a street fight, meaning there's no rules, she helps Chelsea Green retain her title. This might be something good because Alba Fire, I'm pretty sure like she had a tag team partner that got released not too long ago, right?
We can't remember her name, so that's not a good sign. Probably why she got released.
So this could be big for like Chelsea Green, Alba Fire, and Piper Niven. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see where this is going to go. Actually, like it actually caught me off guard.
Well, Alba Fire, you either do this or you get released too. Because honestly, I forgot you were even here.
Yeah.
So make yourself useful.
So this next little segment, Devin, Cody Rhodes comes out and he's addressing what happened at the Elimination Chamber with John Cena and The Rock. And he's pretty much like just saying like the same thing John Cena used to say. If you want some, come get some. So how do we pick apart what happened in the Elimination Chamber from what Cody's saying? Like what do you think is going to happen next?
I know Cena's set to make an appearance soon. Cody was basically saying like, John kept telling me this title was going to get heavier and heavier. He's like, but it's not heavy enough. And all that kind of stuff. So he wants to prove, like, I'm going to be the next guy. Like, I am the guy. I've taken your spot, like, kind of stuff.
And I guess, like, that's just going to have to be what we know, right? Because until John Cena comes back and addresses what happened, like, we're just not going to know. Like, we had talked about it before on the podcast. Like, whatever Cody says, like, it's always just going to be one-sided. So, whenever Cena comes back, we'll get to see what's actually going on, right?
Yeah. Drew McIntyre defeats Jimmy Uso.
And before we get on this match, so earlier on in the night, like right as soon as SmackDown kicked off, Drew McIntyre attacked Damian Priest in the back. So, like, keep that in your heads. They get in the match, Jimmy Uso is like, he's doing what he's doing. And then Drew McIntyre, like, he took advantage of most of the match.
I already knew Drew McIntyre was going to beat Jimmy Uso. He's beaten him like every single time.
So like, he picks up the victory, and he like after he wins, he tries to go and like beat him up again and stuff, and then like Damian Priest comes out and gets his get back on Drew from earlier on, and pretty much to me, like me and you've already said, like Drew and Damian's going to be a match at WrestleMania, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see how they can like build this with segments and everything, because like last time they were on the stick together, Damian Priest cooked Drew McIntyre. So we'll
I feel
see
like
where
they've
that
done
goes.
this match before too.
But then in the main event, we have a new United States champion with everybody saying LA Knight.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is what it is, man. Shinsuke Nakamura, for all the FTCs that don't know out there, like he just lost his brother. So it makes sense for him to lose the gold right now, because I mean, I could only imagine the stuff at home he'd be dealing with. So I mean, you know, he's got to take care of some family stuff probably. So it doesn't hurt my feelings that Shinsuke lost.
Yeah, in a perfect world, things like that don't happen, and this probably would have been saved for WrestleMania. But now we're gonna get something different, and all we can do is just hope that it'll be as good, if not better.
But what's next for the Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest feud, FTCs? Like, who do y'all think's going to get the upper hand once they actually have their match?
And can Jacob Fatu get it together the next time we see him?
And Jade Cargill, is she going to keep coming out and ruining Naomi's life?
Catch us in the next episode to find out.
And that's about it for this episode.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
As for the fan connection, we're out of here.